Okay, so by now you've likely heard that Lakers star Kobe Bryant is an Oscar nominee. The short film, Dear Basketball, scored an Oscar nomination for Best Animated Short.
But now an online petition is threatening all of that, saying Kobe should not get any award. There's more than 10,000 signatures. Here's what it says. That petition is titled, Take Oscar Nomination Away from Kobe Bryant, a Known Rapist. In 2003, you might recall, Kobe Bryant was accused of raping a 19-year-old employee at a Colorado hotel. The case was dropped after Bryant's accuser refused to testify. He later settled a civil lawsuit filed by her. The petition points out that other alleged predators, including James Franco, were not nominated. Questions why in the time of Me Too and Time's Up movements is Bryant being honored with a nomination.
Well, joining us right now to talk a little more in depth about that, the Kobe story, Heidi Hamilton from Dish Nation, and Frosty, Heidi and Frank on KLOS. Heidi, okay, so what's your take on the petition?
Kobe Bryant, beloved guy, and you know what?
Legend.
I mean, when we were doing the radio show years ago, when this happened back in 2003, I mean, there were both sides. I mean, it got really heated about he didn't do it, you know, in this Colorado hotel room, this girl, you know, was there willingly, so it was literally split 50-50 and got really, really passionate about it. And then it sort of went away after, you know, he came forward and said, listen, I am admitting that I did have sex with her, but to my knowledge, it was consensual. She still stood by that it wasn't consensual. So his wife stayed with him, and that girl never testified.
We all remember that big public news conference.
Oh, where she's his heart and soul, yes. She's the air that he breathes, and then she got a, I don't know, that giant diamond ring after, you know, after the fact and all that stuff. The girl never testified. You wonder why she never testified. Well, yeah, like you said, they settled in a civil case, so he paid her off not to say anything.
We should say, and journalistically speaking, let's put our hats on there for just a second.
Yeah.
Because the petition says Kobe, a known rapist. He is not a known rapist.
Well, he was accused of rape, and
it was
then
an accusal in the civil, and then it played out the way it played, as you just described. So,
to be fair, he was accused. He was never convicted of rape, and that's probably, you know, if he did in fact do it, that's one of the reasons he settled with her out of court, because he didn't want that to go any further.
So the petition is out there now.
Yeah.
Where does it stand? What happens with it?
Well, you know what? I don't think anything's going to happen with it. But the strange thing is, and we talked about I think last week with, you know, James Franco got a Golden Globe for Disaster Artist, and then usually if you're getting a Golden Globe, even a nomination, you're going to be in for an Oscar nom.
He was snubbed.
And he was snubbed because it was like, we don't want the stink on us right now with Time's Up and Me Too, so they left him off the Oscars because of that reason, yet Kobe Bryant's nominated for an Oscar, which, if that's the excuse, it doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, so there are a lot of people who are irritated with the Academy, saying, how could you do that? You're not allowing James Franco, but you're allowing Kobe Bryant, so that doesn't make any sense.
Kobe hasn't responded to the petition, but he did say on social media how honored he was to be nominated.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it.
He said a dream. Anyway,
his first, you know, I mean, there are a lot of actors who haven't, you know, who made a lot of movies who haven't had an Oscar, and then Kobe's like, first shot at it. It's like, what? I got an Oscar nomination.
You know, I interviewed Kobe right when he was retiring, and he talked about all the film projects he wants to do, and he wanted to be a Hollywood guy. That was the next chapter for him.
Well, yeah, Dear Basketball, his first one out of the box, he's getting an Oscar nomination, so I would say it's the animated short, so...
Yeah,
good on him.
Let's get this studio down in Newport, right?
Yeah.
We want to change gears. We want to talk about Oprah. So officially, do you want to break the news?
I'm going to break the news, you guys. You know I'm a huge Oprah Winfrey fan. I have been since I was 12 years old. I've got the bumper stickers. I've got Oprah Gale 2020. I have them printed up. I'm ready to go.
I thought it was Oprah Michelle 2020.
Yeah. That's right.
Oprah Gale sounds like a road trip.
Right, it does. Yeah. Well, their camping trip was epic. I loved it. So, you know, she hasn't said anything publicly after her Golden Globe speech. Everyone went crazy, like, oh my God, that was so inspiring. That was goosebumps. That was presidential. Oprah's got to run for president. Everybody talked about it the next day.
Stedman even said.
Stedman said, I don't know. And Gayle was kind of being coy about it, and Oprah hadn't said anything.
Well, Stedman said she would absolutely do it.
Yeah.
If being nudged in her. Hey, tell
he just
everybody.
wants to be first.
So the news is
first man. Oprah's not going to be president.
She's not going to do it.
She's not going to run for
She
president.
said she doesn't have the DNA.
Which,
it's
you know,
not in her DNA.
I think it does take a special person, and Oprah said that she's always believed in you know, following her calling, and her calling is, you know, opening up conversations, enlightening people, and I don't know that the presidency is a place that you can honestly do that. I think she's better at Super Soul Sunday and all the stuff that she's doing.
I thought, though, maybe if she felt the calling, like, if I don't run, the message is not going to win.
Right.
I have to do it because nobody else can win.
And you can also look at it, too. If the people are all clamoring, if the people are saying, we want you. They did like a hypothetical poll where she would beat Trump by a pretty big margin.
Right.
You know, so if everybody's coming to you and going, please, you got to run, maybe you would feel pressure.
Do you want the job every day?
No.
It's one thing to run, one thing to do the job every day.
I am not at all surprised she's not running.
No,
I mean, it's such a polarizing job, no matter who you're. Once you're president, now you've got half the country, half the country, right?
She's beloved. Like, what? And she's in such a great spot.
Why do that to yourself?
Let her just be the president of Weight Watchers and leave it at that. Fine. That's all
right,
she needs.
Heidi. You can hear Heidi every morning on Frosty, Heidi, and Frank, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. on 95.5 KLOS radio. You can see her weeknights at 11:30 on Dish Nation. It's right here on Fox 11. Thanks, Heidi.
Anytime.
All right.